So last week I had attempted AWS's GenAI certification. It was a professional certification that I had taken, and the pass mark for that was 75%, but I was able to get only 73.5%, and I failed. So in this video, I would like to share my experience with the exam and what are the lessons that I've learned from going through this experience. This is not how you will pass this exam, obviously, because I didn't pass this exam. But it's more like a honest take of what I think went wrong with my experience. So let's begin with why did I even take it? I had a solution architect certification, and I had also taken the machine learning certification, and I've been working with generative AI stuff for the last 1.5 to 2 years on different stacks on AWS and on Azure. Not quite on AWS, but mostly on Azure. And I've been using the open source tools that are available for the same, not quite the core packages that's provided by the cloud provider itself, but more of a general open source frameworks. And I wanted to keep in touch with what's happening in the cloud ecosystem itself. So I wanted to take the cloud exam of the cloud platform, which I'm very familiar with. So AWS is this for me. I thought that my cloud intuition and my experience with ML certification and with the solution architect certification would help me pass this exam, but spoiler alert, that was not the case. So how did I even prepare for this exam? It was not much preparation. I was mainly going with my intuition as such. So that's one of the main drawbacks that I had during the exam, that I didn't have enough hands-on experience with AWS tools for that particular examination. On the hindsight, I think having hands-on experience with the right tools is very necessary. My strategy mainly revolved around intuition. I've mainly worked with Azure and the general cloud scene, so I thought I could pattern match with AWS systems and go with that. And for the practice examination, it was fine. I was able to get pass mark in the practice exams that I had taken. I had taken practice exam in Udemy, and I got pass marks there, but that was not enough to translate over to the real examination results. How did I feel about during the exam? During the exam, I felt that I was okay with quite a lot of things, and that explains the 73% mark. But there were cases where there were specific questions about certain configurations or certain services configuration that I was not able to do because I didn't have the hands-on experience with those services as such on AWS. I think that was a differentiator for me in terms of getting the pass mark, and so I was mainly guessing through the work in those questions, and that cost me my mark. So my plan initially was to do hands-on projects on AWS and get those experience points so that I can get the pass mark, but I was not able to put in the time or effort necessary to do those hands-on projects, and that's the difference that made in terms of getting the pass mark, and that's what I think is the reason why I failed this examination. Practice stress obviously helps, but in my case it was just barely enough, so I didn't have enough experience to get almost 80 or 90% mark. And yes, practice examination help, but not that much. You need to have the hands-on experience with those certification services. So what's next? AWS beta examination is just a one-shot deal. So you register for an examination, you give that examination. You can't retry it unless it's available for general public. So I can't do a beta examination again. So I'll have to wait for the general availability, but that would cost around $300 for the examination, and exam appearance. So I might not take that exam as such when it is out. I'll probably wait for maybe take another certification or something if needed, or not take it at all. So I think that's where I am right now. But let's see how it goes, and if I would take it or not. So if you are preparing for this certification exam, I would recommend that you do the hands-on training, work on those AWS services that's mentioned in the course details, get that training done, and not just trust on your intuition. Intuition would help almost to the 60-70% mark, but beyond that, I think having the hands-on experience is very necessary. Anyway, that's about it from my learnings. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, do let me know. Thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next one.